Hello, welcome to the Sunday, March 22nd, 2015 edition of FanDuel Fantasy Basketball. Believe it or not, we are left with a mere 24 shopping days left in the 2014-2015 NBA regular season. We are steamrolling towards the playoffs. Great day on tap. You can go 11 games in all. You can go early. You can go late. You can go all day. Or like I suggested in the past, throw a buck or two, or, your swatter shot on a all day lineup, and you have your cheat sheet for who to go for later games. I'm saying let's trade off. This will be Westbrook free. If he goes off for 60 points, fine, he'll get his points. I saw a lot of lineups. Westbrook went for 66, I believe, Friday night, and saw a lot of winning lineups without him. I've just been getting caught too much trying to find strike a lightning with a $4,000 player, and I've been striking out too much, so I'm going to go without it. And there's a lot of options out there today. And we'll start with the point guards. Here, it's just out of 74. Ricky Rubio we'll throw out of the mix. He is questionable, but if you're in a later game, find out there should be more clarity. You can go Rubio, or you can go down to 5,000. I would go with Zach LaVine. If you see something that Rubio has been ruled out, if it happened to hear that news before the 3 p.m. window of games opens, go with them, sneak them in, then you have some salary. The factors with Reggie Jackson, Marcus Smart is serving a one-game suspension for doing something not so smart. And Reggie Jackson is also, he played his college ball at BC, so you got the homecoming factor. You have Marcus Smart out of the lineup, and just the fact that Jackson has been smoking hot with double-digit assists 4 of the last 5 games. You see the body of work. You worry about the clunker there, but there's Jackson. Payton coming off 2 straight triple-doubles, so can't argue about him. You go to the RotoWire numbers. There's Payton. I don't like these computer numbers they give. But here you see the last 5. Alfred's got 41. Reggie Jackson. The computer only thinks he'll get 27. He's averaged 34. I'm looking at 75 points out of those two. I think that's a reasonable expectation. You see Anthony Schvett there too, right on par with Jackson. Feel free to go with him as well. Like I said, a lot of options. Ty Lawson, projecting him to have a decent game. I'm a little not quite as high on him, but same salary. For like Lawson, if you want to play someone who won't have as high a percentage and might work out, go for the gold. Hey, that works. You see me with Bledsoe here. He is on the second half of a back-to-back. If I could flip a coin, I would go Oladipo just because he isn't on the back-to-back. He has had a couple of career games. You can't argue. You can't argue with the last 4. If the floor is 35, I like it. It's just on this particular lineup, I'm right on the number 83. Jamal Crawford. Latest word, he may be out for the season. So as I said before, we hate Christian Leitner, but we kind of like JJ Redick. So he's kind of going to be remain a solid play. I don't see his salary going too much higher, and it's a shame the Pacers can't play today. There's CJ Miles. Look, better get that off. I do not need a second strike from YouTube. So there you go. Bledsoe and Radek, it should be about 65 points here. So we're at about 140 right now. Small forwards, we're a little thin on here. We've got, I have a bit of a UK flavor on this today. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And Andrew Wiggins, he's got to break out. Home game, Charlotte. The only thing I worry about the late games, Sundays tend to be when somebody gets rusted out of nowhere. So I kind of worry for surprises there. The other player I can recommend, they're in the 6 o'clock window. DeMarcus Cousins is probable. Rudy Gay is probable from the latest, and Rudy's been doing it lately. He went over the 50-point barrier. Go ahead and think of a Rudy Gay, and then you'll have some cheaper options. You could swap out a Bledsoe for a Bradley Beal or even Turner, Eric Gordon, something like that. So there's that option as well. But if I get about 50 combined out of Wiggins and Kid Gilchrist, okay, I'm up to about 190 there. Power forwards, N and M. 2000, and I don't know what NN would be in Roman numerals, but on the failure report here, you can see Greg Monroe remains out for the Pistons. Kevin Love, can see Noel is now a little bit, Noel's on par with Kevin Love, so if you're a Kevin Love fan, he's out there as well. Obviously, you have LeBron. If you like to get the more expensive player in. So we have Noel for 36 and Marcus Morris we have for 28. That's about 65. That's going to get me to about 255 minus the center. Kind of the cheapies. I see Tarek Black in a lot of the late lineups. If we want to go LeBron in, Tariq Black, there's one option for you. He is in a late game with the Lakers. He's on the nightcap. Centers are a lot of. Talk about Cousins. There's Drummond. All the rebounds he can handle without Monroe. Doesn't have to fight for those. Haven't heard a lot out of Whiteside lately. He's been, you know what? He's been consistent, if nothing else. He remains a double-double machine. I have to consider whether I got a bizarre league where I get like 9 results per week, and I'm worried about him causing me to lose free throw percentage. But we're not worried about free throw percentage here. 6 blocks in 1 game this week. He's been out there. I just want to mention him. I haven't talked about Whiteside in a while. But it's the cheaper ones. Gorgie Dane. Speaking of Kentucky, 47-7. Yeah, he went off and ignored some advice. He'd go off on the Knicks. That's exactly what he did. But I'm going with Steven Adams, who, actually it's been the last 5 games. Let's go the last 4 since Ibaka's been out. 33, okay, 21. But you're talking about averaging 33. He's become more than just a fill-in play. A week from now, we'll be talking about him. He'll be about the same salary as Gorgie Dane in that 6,700 range. Brandon Wright, he did get minutes last night. Surprisingly, this caught me by surprise. Alex Len returned to the lineup. So if you're in a late window, I believe the Celtics are one of the later games. You need to go even cheaper with salary. You could have Alex Len. I keep looking at Kelly Olynyk here, who he's bombed 2 games out of 3. Yeah, you're flipping a coin with him. He's an option. Yeah, I would probably go with Len if I'm going with a 45. A lot of people are expecting things out of Nurkic. He's turning it on. Like Alex Len, he's had some ankle issues, but they gave him 30 minutes the other night. So there's a lot of, especially with the cheaper centers, there's an abundance all of a sudden with the centers. So there you go. It's just mine. Subject to change as I get some clarifications on some injured players, but or the surprise scratches. But there's Reggie Jackson, Alfred Payton, Eric Bledsoe, Redick, Kid Gilchrist, Wiggins, Nerlens Noel, Marcus Morris, Steven Adams. And while we're at it, I got a little March Madness for you. I am going with strong schedule. We start. I'll know if my bracket has any chance because I have Michigan State at Virginia. Virginia, I kind of think like Villanova at their right for the picking, but then again, the ACC has been an absolute buzzsaw so far, 9-0 in the tournament. I don't. If somebody beats Duke, I don't think it'll be San Diego State. And yeah, the Kansas fans, they look at Wichita State as a redheaded stepsister. I'm looking for the Shockers to take Kansas. I don't know what I have on my bracket, but it would not surprise me if Wichita State is. They got a lot of motivation. Dayton Flyers, the only upset out of the Friday games. They have Oklahoma. Iowa, Gonzaga. A few players I like out of this: Oregon, Wisconsin, West Virginia, Maryland, and then UNI, Louisville to close things out. I see my lineup. Saw a few of these guys in person the other night. Dylan Brooks, I liked them. I liked them Friday, so we go with them for 5,900. Can't really go wrong here. Nigel Hayes, I hear Nigel Hayes is causing a bit of trouble in Omaha. Something about stenographer, I don't know. I haven't bothered reading it, but look, he's consistent. There you go. Can't go wrong with. I got Kaminsky out of there. Okafor is about the same stats, but 1,700 cheaper. So I gotta put my fandom aside here, and I'm going to get Jahlil Okafor there. I got Seth Tuttle, so for you UNI fans out there, I've got him. And I am somebody's texting me right now. We're teleprompter free. Is it breaking news, breaking sports news, or politics? I don't know. I have Isaiah Cousins. I have Kanowski from Gonzaga, Bronson Koenig, Wayne Blackshear, and hey, we gotta go. We gotta take a shocker to Kale Coffin. So there you go. There is your lineup for college basketball, NBA. We got you all covered. Follow us throughout the week. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube. So there it is. Your best 15 minutes in fantasy sports. We'll talk to you later.